What up, nerds? My name is Matt, and this is my review of LEGO's 3-in-1 Exotic Parrot. This is set number 31136. It includes 253 pieces and retails for $20 here in the US. Like all 3-in-1 builds, this set includes 3 builds for the price of 1, although you can't build them all at the same time. It's 1 at a time with these 3-in-1 sets. And as we can see from the front of the box, the other sets are a frog and a fish. I'm going to talk about these from my least favorite to the most favorite. So I'm going to start with the frog because that's the least cool looking build in my opinion. The frog is not a bad looking little frog, I guess, but it only uses about 1/3 of the pieces. And it took, I don't know, maybe 30-40 minutes to build. When I finished building the frog, there were about 2/3 of the pieces remaining, so it only used around 1/3 of all the pieces that came in the set, which is a little disappointing. I mean, I guess you don't want like a giant, huge frog maybe, and especially if you're going to be building all of them. But I was a little disappointed to get to the last page and finish that frog and find that there were so many pieces left over, especially because there was no environment. The frog's not a bad looking little frog, but I think one of the things that makes me like it the least is that there was really no environment at all. It was really just the frog by itself on the table, surrounded by pieces. My second favorite build in this 3-in-1 set is the fish. This fish looks pretty great. The size feels pretty good, and I really like the environment that it comes with. I don't know, maybe I just really like environments for animals when it makes sense. In this case, of course, it needed some kind of environment because otherwise you would just have this fish flopping there on the ground, not looking very attractive. But I think they did a pretty nice job creating some area and life underneath him with some seaweed surrounding him and doing little things so that they sort of hid the support that he has. The fins and the body articulate pretty well, so I really like that you can move them around and it offers some opportunities for posability for the body of the fish itself. And that fish used maybe around half or just under half, so more pieces than the frog, but obviously not as much as the parrot. The star of the show is, of course, the Exotic Parrot. I think this thing looks amazing. The parrot that we see here is a blue and yellow macaw. Apparently there are tons of parrot species. This one is native to South America. The blue and yellow macaw is pretty popular as a pet because, I mean, it looks super awesome, obviously. But they're also popular because they can talk. I mean, you know, talk. They also live a super long time. Apparently blue and yellow macaws can live like 50 to 75 years, which sounds way too long. I do not want a bird in my house that's gonna live for 75 years. That's a no thank you. The build for this parrot went by pretty quickly. It took maybe an hour, hour and a half tops. It's a small little build, but I think it looks great. The colors in this set are amazing. You have some posability with the wings of this thing, which looks really great, and I love that. It uses some cool building techniques to attach the wings, but nothing too crazy. Watching the parrot's head come together as you're building it is pretty fun and cool when you start to realize like which part of the parrot you're building. I think the scale of it looks really great and the environment looks pretty nice, but really the colors are what stand out to me. I mean, it's really great on display and is just a beautiful animal and a beautiful set. One thing I don't love about this set are the flowers. I don't know, I feel like they're a little bit blocky and kind of chunky, and the mix of the 2 colors on each flower feels a little funny in my opinion. I don't know. I think especially with all the really great botanical sets that LEGO has come out with recently, they probably could have done a little bit better job creating some more convincing flowers for the set. But for me, I think these chunky, blocky flowers are what make the set fall just a little bit short of greatness. One of my favorite things about Legos is that they can be built into anything we want. You know, we buy a set at the store and take it home and build it and follow the instructions, but if we wanted to, we could do anything with those pieces. We can make them into whatever we want, and I think that's awesome. I think that's one of the coolest and most interesting things about Lego is that they can make us think creatively and use a little bit of problem solving and teach us something about construction techniques and how to create something from nothing, you know? I love building display sets, and I don't really make mocks myself, and mostly I just follow the directions and build sets as they come out of the box, and I leave them like that, and I put them on a shelf, and I look at them, and they look awesome and beautiful, and I love that. I think Legos are super cool in that way. But knowing that if the mood struck, and if I really wanted to, I could sit down for a while and build something completely new from my imagination with the pieces in front of me, makes Legos super interesting and fun and cool to me and exciting. You know, you're still sort of following the instructions. I think Lego has a little bit of room to do to sort of push people in that direction and to think creatively. But at least with the 3-in-1 sets, you can see that you can do something different and unique with the pieces that come out of the box instead of just building that main centerpiece. Now that's not an easy job to get people to think creatively sometimes and build something, and sometimes you're just in the mood to follow the instructions and have a set that looks nice out of the box. But I really like the LEGO 3-in-1 sets serve as a reminder that if we wanted to, if we were in the mood, we could take the pieces that come out of a box and build whatever we want. We could do something really cool and different. So for $20, which I can't believe that, $20? $20 for this set? That seems incredible to me. $20 is less than the cost of going to a movie and getting popcorn. For $20, I think this set looks amazing. I think the colors are great, the scale's great, it looks beautiful, it comes with some cool pieces and really great colors. And I just love the way this parrot looks. I don't know, I'm a sucker for animals. I love me that butthole tiger. I would love to see if you've made anything cool from this set, or from any other LEGO set. If you've created a mock from one LEGO set and think it's awesome, please let me know in the comments down below, or feel free to show me a picture on Instagram. My Instagram information is down below, and I would love to see examples of your creativity. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. And until next time, that's all from me. Later, nerds. Butthole tiger.